Boom, boom.
Bow, bow.
Boom.
Bow.
Boom, boom.
Bow, bow.
Hey, boom.
Hey.
Hey. It's take it for what it's worth.
Yeah.
We out here getting it worth.
Come on.
I can't rap.
Yeah.
But I smack.
Yeah.
Smack to the bag.
Ooh.
All that cash.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Sir.
How you feeling?
Yeah.
We in the building.
What's going on, Maya?
What's going on, Big Des?
Man, nothing much. Chilling like a villain.
Ooh.
Y'all weren't ready for that one.
All right, welcome to another episode of Take It For What It's Worth. I am Maya, your favorite brand and strategist and favorite realtor.
And I am Desiree. You already know, the credit coach, gonna teach you how to get to this money.
Yes, ma'am. And on this podcast, we discuss everything business, mindset, relationships, and how to obtain success the right way. Let's get into it.
Let's dive into it, Maya.
So I like your outfit. By the way, for all the viewers listening, for all the listeners out there, if they're not watching it, me and Desiree came on set today in our jerseys. We feeling like it's game time.
We feeling like it's game time.
Like it's game time.
What you representing over there, though?
I got the Hawks. I got the Hawks. Shout out to my baby. I sold this jersey out our closet today. I said I was going to wear it as a jersey dress.
Let's go Hawks. Okay,
Yeah.
so she repping basketball, y'all. I got the Braves on, the ATL,
Okay,
Georgia.
World Series.
Let's go World Series. And then I gotta show y'all the back before the episode. Make sure I show you for the back because I want to let them know how serious it is.
It's a little personalized.
It's a little personalized back there. But I got on the Braves, y'all. On baseball, shot it. I'm gonna knock your head off.
We should have. Now that I think about it, we should have grabbed a UGA jersey as well because they just won. They I don't know the word SC whatever football championship that means the world to all the football people out there. University of Georgia won that too.
Let's go.
So shout out to the Dogs, shout out to the Braves, and shout out to the Hawks, the Falcons, all the Atlanta basketball teams. We wore the jerseys today because we have a message.
We wore the jerseys because we got a message. But before we dive into the message, I do want to dive into friendships, Maya. And
that's the message right there. Dude.
That's the message, but
are they ready for it?
I don't think they ready. That's the message, but see, that's playing games. We want to be serious with y'all before we even start playing games because y'all got to understand that life is not a game.
Life is not
who you surround yourself with daily is not a game.
It's not. It's not nothing to be played with. And it's very, very important because we don't have that much time in a day. We only have 24 hours.
And you sleep for what?
8.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
What does that leave
us
at?
Exactly.
Like what 24, 8 minus 24, what is that? 14 minus 8 is what? 20 20 16 hours. Okay. You got 16 hours to be productive.
In a day.
Okay, so we sleep for 8.
Okay.
Some people sleep for 6. So you might have 18 hours in a day. Some people typically sleep 6, 6 to 8. Okay. So even with 18 hours in a day from 7, talk to me.
Break it down though, Maya. You got how many hours in a day?
24.
24.
We got 24 hours.
So you got 24 hours and we use 8 to sleep.
6 to 8 to sleep.
6 to 8 to sleep.
That
and
leaves
then
us
we give
with
a job.
I was just about to go into that. You give a job, what, 8 hours?
8 hours.
That's an 8-hour shift, especially if you're, no matter what business that you're in. I feel like even as an entrepreneur,
you still give.
You do need to be putting in at least 8 hours if you have a structured business.
Right.
If you have a schedule, if you have a routine for your business,
right.
You'll be working, 8 to 5 like any other person or 9 to 5. So then that's 8 hours. So then now we're left with 8 hours if we got 16. We sleep for 8, we work for 8.
Right.
We have 8 hours to do whatever. So what are we doing most of the time with our 8 hours? We're talking to who?
Friends. Right?
Ba-da-da-da.
Ba-da-da-da. So if you're going to, for those last few hours in the day that you have, if you're going to spend it with a friend or whoever, you know, yourself, whatever the case may be, we want to make sure that it's what? Worth it.
Worth it.
And, you know.
But before we get into worthy friends, because
Okay.
I think it takes a person of growth. You got to be, you as a person, me as a person, you as a person have to be in the mindset to grow and to know your worth.
You're absolutely
to have
right.
worthy friends.
You're absolutely
so,
right.
So let's not jump to worthy, because I think a lot of people still need to understand that there's different levels of friendships. Like there's different leagues and different levels of sports.
You're right. You're right. And you're absolutely right. And let me tell you how I know you're right. Because you outgrow friends.
Correct.
Right? So what do you mean, Desiree? The friends, and I used to do this, you all. I told you all, when I'm speaking on this podcast, it's either things that I have outgrown or it's things that I'm working on as of today. So don't take anything personal. Take it, use it, and actually not even be grateful, but be happy that somebody is even, you know, expressing this
facts
and not scared to, you know, say it on a wide range of platforms. But to dive into it, you all, I used to think that age matters. I used to think that since I knew somebody since 6th grade or elementary school, that you was just supposed and always was going to be my
forever.
friend. It doesn't matter. I supposed to took everything, even when I was fed up, even when you have crossed those boundaries, right? I still held you to a higher standard just because I knew you for so long. So
that goes back to your loyalty, but we'll say that for another conversation.
It does go back to your loyalty, but what I'm saying is basically you're going to outgrow those friends. Like 6th grade, I outgrew people. I have changed. It's okay to change.
It's okay
Maya.
to change.
Some people are scared to say I have changed, or you hear that coming all the time where people say, "Oh, she just changed." What's wrong
like it's
with
a negative thing.
What's
What is wrong with that?
Drop below.
Yeah, drop the comments. Yeah, I want to know y'all opinion on that. What is wrong with someone changing? Someone being ready for change, and maybe you not being ready for change.
Right.
What's wrong with the next person being ready for change, even if you're not ready?
Scaling. Whatever,
what makes that
you hear
person
all the time,
feel uncomfortable?
Like, oh, in middle school, he was sorry. Look at him. That was middle school.
Right.
People grow. People become
change.
adults. People change. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think that's so weird.
It is. It's very weird. It's a little hater.
What it is?
Little hater-ratish.
Yeah, but that's where I was going, Maya. Like, we outgrow friends, you all, and that's okay. Like, you know, like you said on the last episode, I'll just meet you at the top. You know what I mean? Like, I'll see you at the top, but right now I got to keep going, or nobody's going to get to the top.
Right. It's, and I think that growth in friendships change throughout your lifespan. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, there's people that I've grown out of elementary school with, out of middle school with, out of high school with.
Right.
I've met college people, and my mom told me all the time that your college friends are your lifelong friends. And I really, truly feel like I have met my lifelong friends in college, but I've still outgrown them in certain ways.
In certain aspects
of areas. Certain aspects.
That makes sense, though.
And honestly, I've been struggling. I don't want to say struggling, but for a minute, I'm getting over it now, but I felt like I needed to leave. I felt like I needed to leave my friends because I felt like I was outgrowing them, and I kind of felt stuck in that. And my husband told me, he was like, "Babe, just because you outgrow somebody don't mean you got to stop being their friend." You don't have to dislike somebody or hate somebody because they're not on the level as you. You just don't need to share as much time with them.
I don't need to give you much time.
And that should
if
not
I talk
value
to you,
my friendship
if I
either.
talk to you every blue moon, I talk to you every blue moon. It's no beef.
It's no beef.
We don't gotta fight.
You know me. You know that if you need something, if you are my long life friend, you know what I'm saying? You know you can call on me. You know that I'm here for you. But as far as going and kicking it every day and being outside every day, we don't have to do that. And I used to feel like when we don't do that, then it's no friendship. And friendship,
that's a problem,
and
though.
that's the thing.
That's
I
a
don't think a lot
problem.
of people understand the definition of friendship.
That's a problem, though, Maya. If rewind what you just said. If I only could feel like we're having fun together, doing things together, I get the best of you, you get the best of me, only when we go out, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem, because it should be able to be vice versa. And if it is one of those friends that's 100% only you feel like that, I feel like, and I was finna go on that 50-50, sometimes you gotta cut people off for good. That's just some people.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is you should be able to versatile. Is that the word?
Yeah.
You should be able to
have a variety. You should be able to have a variety, and you should be able to. But I also understand too. Like my best friend is my huge supporter. Is my always there. You know what I'm saying? Love her to death. We have fun all the time, but we have never gotten many work goals accomplished. You know what I'm saying?
That's okay.
And that's okay. Like, but I've also realized too, in the life that I am right now, the people that I want on my team, I need people right now that I can work with and be friends with. You know what I'm saying? I need more than the support and the accountability,
right?
But also like, let's get up and let's go buy it today. Right. Let's go get up and let's go write that calendar out today. Let's do it right now. Me and you together. Let's complete the goal. Like how we accomplished this podcast.
Right.
That's what I need right now, because I'm not where I want to be, and I'm so hungry to be where I want to be. So those are the type of friends, and you have those moments with friendships. I think you have those moments. You have friends where you have fun, that after a while you got to cut off. You have friends that you can have fun and they support you, but they're not running with you. They're just cheering for you. They're not a runner. But and then you have those runner friends.
But let me disagree a little bit.
Talk to me.
Because you will have a cheerleader friend, but don't mean any good for you. Does that make sense?
I agree. I agree with that, because I talked about on my live one time coaches and cheerleaders. Do you want a coach? Yeah. Or do you want a cheerleader in your life?
Right.
Shout out to E.T., the hip hop preacher. But that's very important. That is very important. You want to have a balance. I think you need to have a balance.
You need to have a balance, and
because everybody can't be a coach. But are they unworthy of being your friend? Are they unworthy of being a part of your life once you reach success, even though they wasn't a coach for you? Through that, they supported you. They were your cheerleader. Like, don't they get a little bit of credit as well? It's like, I feel like it's the same thing as like an entrepreneur and a worker. I would love for everyone to be an entrepreneur. Go get your business, go get your business, go get your business.
Can.
But everybody can't. And honestly, too, as an entrepreneur, I can't really want that, because if everyone's an entrepreneur, who's going to work for me? I need workers. We need cheerleaders. We need both.
Regardless, you need both. So at the end of the day, I always say, I say this to the end, to that. I don't knock anybody that wants to work a 9 to 5. I don't knock anybody that wants to grow inside whatever company they've been there 10 plus years. That's you. I just told you all on the last episode, you're rich or you're wealthy. It's not mine. So what you make monthly may soothe and you may, do you justice. But what I want is not want to be in a 9 to 5. I cannot make it. I cannot be a billionaire in a 9 to 5.
So let me ask you this. Is it okay, that same philosophy of understanding the 9 to 5, understanding that you can grow in that position, and we'll talk about that on a different episode, but I want to bring it back to friendship.
It's a limit.
It can, the same way that a person can grow to their limit of a 9 to 5, is it okay for a friend to grow within your life? As long as you know how to manage that friend?
Absolutely. This is what I'm saying. I'm growing in my life. So if my friend around me, anybody around me is growing with me, then we're on the same page. But if I am surpassing you,
I'm saying growing vicariously through you, being that cheerleader.
In certain aspects.
Okay. I kind of play the fence on that. I feel like it's up to me to decide the interaction that I'm going to have with a person, but I don't feel like that negates the value that they hold in my heart. The worthiness of us being friends, the idea that they can call me if they really, really need something. I have come to realization that everybody in my life, including my mom, because we just talked about family on last week's episode, including my family, not everybody is going to grow the way I am growing.
And that's perfectly fine. But you also have to minus and learn how to separate people that's doing more subtraction than additions. So if you are subtracting from me too much, I cannot hold you on. Your weight is going to bring me down faster than me trying to get up. So long as that person have more additions than subtractions, then it works. I feel like long as it balanced, long as one is weighing out another, then it's cool.
Gotcha.
You feel what I'm saying?
So go into explain to the audience what you mean by subtractions and additions. Go into that a little bit more.
Right, and I will. So what I mean by subtractions, Maya, is every time you get on the phone with this person, negativity. Every time you get on the phone with this person, something's wrong. They're going through it. Why me? What is
a woe me type one?
A woe me type one. That's
gotcha.
A subtraction.
Gotcha.
If every time I talk to you and you are draining.
Right. What about every time you talk to them that somebody needs something? Is that a subtraction? Okay.
That's a subtraction.
So,
every time I talk to you, I'm finding myself giving you something, lending you. That's a subtraction, Maya. Every single time.
Got it.
That's a subtraction. That's like negativity. That's me calling me every week. Oh, my light's off this week. That's where you can shoot me 20. Oh, that's where my phone bill. I'm short, but I get paid Friday. Please, you let me borrow 50. That's a subtraction. Every time I talk to you, it's a problem. That's a subtraction.
Gotcha.
So if you got more subtractions than additions, I gotta let you go.
You gotta let me go. Are you keeping that same energy for family too?
Yes.
So that's everyone in life.
That's everyone in life. And I think people have a problem with letting family know that you are a subtraction and I need you up out of my life.
I think a lot of people have a problem with letting people that they love go, whether it's family, friends, anyone. It's hard to detach from somebody that you care about because you want to choose success or happy. And I don't want to say, I don't want to use the word, because we say success a lot. I don't want y'all to think that I'm saying success in a monetary way, because success is winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So whatever you feel like winning in life is. Yeah. But to feel like whatever you want to win is so much more important than the people that you care about, and choosing that win over the people that you care about. I think that's hard for people to accept.
Well, I think it's how bad you want it at the end of the day, because you're saying choosing that win over family, but who are
you living for?
Yeah, who are you living for, and who are you doing it for? I'm confused, because if we stand to this same, if you know this is not where you want to be, Maya, why not just move forward, go on? And I don't know, like you said, I get it, but love don't pay a lot of things. Yeah. Love don't do a lot of things.
Also, comfortability too.
Comfortability, you absolutely
comfortability is a huge thing. It even goes into romantic relationships.
It does.
You'll be in a toxic romantic relationship, a toxic friendship, because you're comfortable with that person. That person knows you're ugly, you're good.
Your birthmark on your booty cheek.
They know it all.
They know it all, so you're comfortable.
You're comfortable. And you're scared, you're fearful, that word again, fearful, of sharing or opening up to another person. And then I feel like that's now that I'm thinking about this, then I think that goes into too why some people, when they have the opportunity to be in uncomfortable situations with people that, are going to help them grow, that they feel like they can't be themselves. You get what I'm saying? Like, they only can be their comfortable selves with the people that is low-key holding them back. You get what I'm saying? But the other end of things is but it's like, I don't know. I feel like people can't be real. Like, people feel like they only are real with the people that they're comfortable with, but people that they're uncomfortable with, they feel like they have to be fake for.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you can't show you're ugly, you're bad to somebody that is growing or somebody that you want to be better with. Like, for example, our creative director, Pasha, was talking about Friends.
Shouts out to Pasha.
Shouts out to
we'll
Pasha.
make sure we drop her and stuff. Pasha have left us, and not to get off topic, but Pasha is our what?
Creative director.
And we
audio engineer, everything.
Photo photographer. Things
She's
like that.
amazing.
So we'll drop her. Yeah,
definitely.
She's amazing.
Side note, book Pasha. However, but she was saying that, you know, you kind of want that relief of a friend. You want a friend that you can let loose with and not be so serious. And I agree to that, but I also feel like, in the same token, there are friends that you can grind with, cut the BS out, get work done, and then go party. There are friends that do both, but I don't know if...
And that's okay, Maya. I think we explain it wrong. That's okay to have certain friends to do certain things with, but back to subtraction. Even if I have a fun friend, but every time we go out, I gotta pay the tab. Every time we go out, I gotta give her gas. She got a flat tire. I gotta pick her up. That's no fun no more.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I can have a fun friend,
you can have a business friend, an emotional friend, a fitness friend. You can have all types, but what are they doing for you? Are they adding in that department? If you have a fun friend, are they the friend that knows where the sections are, knows where the hottest clubs are? You know, connecting with you
at this point, we got a section. Ain't no standing on the floor. See, with the friend that you have fun with that's broke, that is a subtraction. We on the flow.
Right.
We on the floor. We don't have
now
a section.
Now you think about, why am I out here spending this money?
Now you think, rather than enjoying yourself as with this fun friend that you hang with from time to time, but it's not a subtraction. That is, you know,
that is a growth, because even in clubs, it's a growth. To come from the dance floor to the section. That's growth, baby.
Come on,
not
growth.
Everybody is doing that. Can you buy $200, $300, $400 bottle just to get a section?
Let's go.
You can have,
so
I like that.
Not only are you my fun friend, but you bought your business. You bought your money, because at the end of the day, your mindset is,
I want more.
And if it costs a little bit more to get up there,
I'll do it. So let's go back to our analogy, because I really like how we ran the jury, and I want to break it down in Latham terms. I want to break it down in third grader terms. It's like you have, going back to to basketball.
Let's go basketball.
You got your different teams. Come on, basketball, because you play basketball. So tell them what the leagues, tell them what the levels are. Tell them what the levels are.
I mean, just know Big Desi plays center, but you got a point guard. You got
different positions. You also got freshman, JV, varsity. Right.
And well, freshman and JV, the same. You could be on the JV team. A freshman is nothing like, but you ninth grade. But you could be on the JV team in 11th grade just because you never made it to varsity. You're not there.
And that's what I want to talk about.
Let's talk about it.
I'm happy that you brought that up, because you have those friends that are doing the same thing, but that same token about what we're talking about, the club and wanting more, right? Let's bring it back to our analogy.
Let's go.
The same friend that's in your same 11th grade, they didn't want a more competition. They didn't want a harder challenge.
Right.
They didn't want more practices. They didn't want more in the basketball. That's why they didn't go to varsity.
Right.
It wasn't because they wasn't good. They didn't want to train more. They didn't want to practice more. They didn't want to get better to get to that next level.
And it's so crazy you say that, Maya, because I have
But they in the game. Same way like these friends are in the clubs, but you on the dance floor, but you don't want more to get the section.
Come on, Maya.
You don't want to get your money up and get that bottle to get to that varsity level. You don't want varsity club experience. You want JV and freshman club experience.
Yep. That's exactly what it is,
That's
Maya.
exactly what it
That's
is.
exactly what it is. And sports, it remind, like, literally.
Now let's get into the players.
Let's
That's your
get into
5
them.
players. It's 5 players on a team. On the court. And we're talking about basketball.
I just feel like your main two, like, I definitely, as a center, you need that guy down there because he doing rebounds. He at this point, if you miss the goal, you got a chance to make another 2 points because of your back man back here.
Okay. So that center is that accountability.
That center is holding.
Is that supporter? Is that push?
That's that push.
So your center is that push type of friend. If that's the case, you my center on my team.
Okay.
I think you push me.
Okay.
You're that type of person like, no, Maya,
Catch
we need
the
to get,
rebounds, and it's like, no,
we're getting
doing
this one. We're doing,
Okay.
no, you wanted to miss, but we scoring. We actually going this way. That's the center. And then you got your point guard, the one that shoots the shot, the one that's out there.
The one that's like coming down the
networking,
court, right?
moving,
He might call it.
passing the referrals.
He might call a play, right? At this point, he's waiting on his team members to get within the play because we already practiced in practice.
Gotcha.
So he's the person to say, "Oh, he too blocked up. I can't even pass him the ball. But my boy right here is open.
Gotcha.
Okay, so let me just do a side pass to him real quick. So your point guard is coming down thinking strategically.
Okay, so that's kind of like your coach / counselor type friend.
Your mentor.
That mentor, that one that you can call and get that advice for.
I like that.
That one that's going to send you to play every once in a while, send you a new book to read, something that's worth growing in. That's
I
that
like
point
that.
guard friend.
I like that.
Okay, and then we have 3 more positions. What are those positions?
I don't know.
What, Desiree? Did you play basketball or are you lying?
I don't know.
Are you lying to the people?
You know,
it's a shooting guard.
All I gotta tell you, worry about the point guard,
a second guard, a third shooting guard.
Well, Maya know them.
I
y'all.
didn't even play basketball. Like,
worry about the point guard in the center. No, I was just playing, y'all. I was just playing.
You have a shooting guard.
Maya over here like, that's right. You serious? Yeah, I played basketball middle and high school. Okay, don't let Maya fool you over here. I'm just.
She ain't play for real.
Okay. I'll pull up the records to let y'all know that Big Desi played, got trophies in middle and
Now
high.
she got trophies.
I had trophies
6
in middle.
man? The 6 man?
So, So,
Or MVP.
I'll let y'all, I don't got to speak on too much. Meet me on the court. Simple.
Woo. No, but you do have some other players. You have your shooting guards. You have your people that's shooting that shot. On both sides of the wing, and I think those are the people that are your biggest supporters, your referrals, your person like, oh, I can send you this.
Your
person.
second chance.
You know what I'm saying?
Take the weight off my shoulders.
Exactly.
I like that.
I got this for you. I got that for you.
Yep.
And I think that that's very important to have in your life as you grow.
And those are your addiction. I'm my addiction.
Additions. And those are the additions. Those are the additions. Say it with me, Desiree. Additions. Yay! We graduated.
Yeah.
No. No, but that is very, very important. And I'm so happy that we talked about this topic today because I was just thinking like, dang, like we getting older.
We're getting what, Maya?
We're getting older. The
I'm
years
5
are
years
going
from 30.
5 years from 30.
My little sister finna graduate.
High school, finna go to college.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? You got one sister that's finna go to prom soon. You got, like, and the years are going by fast. I think that the government is lying to us and time is dwindling away every single day. I think that we're not really 24 hours in a day. I think it's not a whole 365 days
anymore.
in a year.
And you're absolutely right, Maya, because last year flew so fast that summer was not even summer.
Yep, seriously.
But last year also taught me a lot within my surroundings, my circle, back to the friendship, stuff like that. So even though it went fast,
It was a lot of self-growth.
It was a lot of self-growth.
I think a lot of people in different ways, from my cousins, my mom, to my best friends, all of them, I feel, even myself, even my husband, I think 2022 was a self-growth year. I think a lot of 2023 will be a lot of action of that reflection.
I got a question for you, Maya.
Talk to me.
Why do you think it's important to change your surrounding, to change your circle?
That's a great question.
Like, why do you feel like...
Because of time.
Because of time. And we cannot get time back for the effort. We can't get time back for the effort.
Like, in anything. And I had to sit down and really think about that. Like, I'm not going to get the last 5 minutes of this video
So
back.
you feel like change your circle because we're getting older.
We're getting older. And it's not enough time.
And it's not enough time.
So, and I know the goals that I want to accomplish. So because I know the goals that I want to accomplish, because I understand that the government is lying to us and it's literally not enough time.
I got it. Would you rather waste that time with somebody that's not going to get you to that
next end? I don't have time for that.
I got it.
I'd rather get to where I want to be and then waste time.
Got it.
Because it's like, I already know time ain't really real.
Not waste time in the beginning, not knowing what we are even going into.
What? That's backwards to me. I mean, I like that. Literally, they're dropping pandemics left and right out of their booty hole. Like, I don't know what the world would be like out their booty hole.
Booty hole.
Booty, booty, booty.
Okay. Rocking everywhere.
Booty, booty, booty.
Hey, rocking everywhere.
COVID, COVID, COVID.
Shaking everywhere.
Don't sneeze, don't sneeze.
Ooh, hold your breath.
Hey. No, but seriously, like, you don't know what the fucking world is going to be like. So it's important for me right now. And also, too, because years are going by, because age is going up.
Right.
And we are getting older. I don't want to be like, love my grandma to death, but I don't want to have to do certain things that my parents are doing right now, my grandparents are doing right now. I don't want to be continued.
Let's cheers to change.
Let's cheers to change.
And different.
Let's also cheers to being okay if people around us are not okay about our change.
Let's go. We cheers into that.
Oh, it's not liquor. Forgot. Thought it was a shot.
Now, I do want to roll into separating that friendship and that business. And it's so crazy because we talked about this starting this podcast, Maya. I said, Maya, we got to be able to separate. When we on set, this is business.
This is business.
And when the camera start rolling, we are friends.
Right.
So if I get on your ass as business, or as we sitting down, or vice versa, if Maya get on my ass, or Desiree get straight, your attitude
Let's
is
not
not
take
there.
it personal. Let's get to this
personal
business.
And bringing that back into your friendship.
Yes, but that also goes in well with too, and I talk about this all the time. That's why I promise y'all we will have an episode on love, because I've learned so much out of my relationship. But foundations, and it doesn't matter if it's your boo thing, your husband, your man, whatever, or a friend.
Right.
Foundations in any relationship are very important, and being able to communicate is a fundamental element that you need to have in a relationship. You have to be okay to have that conversation. Like, okay, it's business, so we have to understand that we're going into business together.
Right.
So when we're in business mode, it's business mode. When we're not in business mode, we can play, we can have fun.
Right.
But we have to be able to even be comfortable to have that conversation with one another.
Without taking it personal.
A lot of people be scared to even have the conversation about being uncomfortable. That they don't even have the conversation, and then they just don't get uncomfortable, and they don't grow, and they don't test out that relationship. Or it turns into an
argument. Why are we arguing and we're just conversating? So now that I know it hit a soul, it hit something within inside that you don't know how to stand on yet, or know how to confront yet, because you just got so angry and we're arguing
about nothing.
But
that's also too about knowing yourself. Let me tell you, first time me and Desiree went out of town.
Right, come on, out of town.
Fresh. It was
Big Desi's birthday.
It was Big Desi's birthday
in Miami. Let's talk about it.
It was in Miami. It was all very lit. I feel like that was like maybe 6 months, 7 months into our friendship.
It was early.
It was early.
Yes.
It was early enough to where we were still learning each other. And Desiree was lit. It's her birthday. She out here with Caleb. Shout out to Caleb.
Shout out to It's Hookah Hoes.
It's Hookah Hoes. Shout out to my boy.
Come on.
And I don't know what it was, but it was like she was like, what? Why are you not where you need to be? Attitude. Right? First time. Now, mind you, we became friends from business, and we're testing the friendship. So I'm like,
This might now y'all listen to him.
Okay, I'm like, okay. I paused.
Listen to him now, y'all.
Pause. Hang up. Breathe. Take a deep breather. And then later on that day, because I'm working on knowing myself and knowing my triggers, I pulled Desiree to the side and I was like, listen, before you come over, I need to let you know earlier today, you yelled at me. And I don't like being yelled at.
First of all, her husband, let's talk about it, came to me first, like, and I didn't even know you really made Maya feel some way. I'm like, damn, because mind you, y'all, I get into these modes. Maya know now. I know now. I get into these
she's crazy
moves to where, like, I'm a little
auntie, snappy, savvy, very grandma, very.
Okay,
the hell you doing? Sit your ass down.
Yes, and another thing, I'm a Taurus and I don't like change. So when we talk to when it's something planned, I don't like out the blue. That is true. I have learned that about you. That almost does something to me to where now I gotta like readjust because I get myself ready.
She literally takes a deep breath.
I take a deep breath, so I don't like change. So I think we had it set, Maya. I can't put my finger on it, but I supposed to met Maya somewhere, y'all.
I was supposed to check you into the hotel.
And I was picking up. She was supposed to check in the hotel for me because I was waiting on my Tesla from the airport. Then I call her. I get in the test. She haven't made it there yet. I'm telling her that we had a certain time to check in. So I'm telling her, can she pick me up? But she wasn't prepared to pick me up. Yeah, and I'm like, what? Like, pick you up when we already done said that you was gonna have me checked in. So. Like I did, yes. I apologize, but I get into these modes where I get frantic because I have planned it so well to where
it's your birthday. I'm the same type of way. Yeah. I'm the same type of way. But I'm so happy that we were mature enough to have the conversation and say what the triggers are, say what we don't like, so that you know how to do better without having. And after that, we had a good time.
Literally.
Like,
the whole trip.
It was a quick conversation, nothing quick, but even in those friendships, you gotta be able to say without being catty with one another
what you just didn't like,
and move on.
Yeah.
And just separate. You know what I'm saying? And take a deep breath and continue to, because it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worth all the energy. It's not worth it.
And then you ask somebody like, "Then what happened with we got into it because it sounds so dumb."
It sounds
to the point where when you explain it to somebody, you be like, "Damn, you know what? I need to call her and talk to her because that joint was just dumb as hell." Like, so it does be like that. But I do salute that and I do respect you. And I am a type of person, confront me right then and there. Don't wait till we get into another altercation and then you bring it back up. You breaking up Miami. I didn't like how you talked to me in Miami. And it's like, so why you didn't say nothing in Miami? So I respect you for even nipping it in the bud. Shouts out to Mello because maybe you said something to him. Whatever the case may be, you still brought it out right then and there. And before the trip ended. Hey, Desiree, nip it in the bud. Let's talk about it. Let's get it. Let's move. I hate somebody that brings up things that happened to. I almost look at you like you dumb because you were scared as hell to say it back then. Exactly. Now we're in a whole nother argument. You want to talk about what exactly. So I respect
character
you for
flaw.
I respect.
And I'm a huge character flaw. But yeah, it's those foundations that in any relationship, friendship, you want to have. You want to have that good communication. You want to have that trust. You want to have that. I can be able to tell you about yourself. You be able to tell me about myself. Facts. And we be able to move on. That is a friendship. And that doesn't require talking on the phone with somebody every single day. Right. That doesn't require going out every single day. That doesn't require working with the person and being a business friend. That doesn't require any of that. You can be in all different types of categories that me and Desiree just mentioned before and have those foundations and create a solid friendship. I think that's important.
Yeah, I like that.
Those are that's the type of friendships you need to be putting your what do we say, 8 hours into. And if you don't have friendships like that 8 hours needs to go into self.
Yeah,
one or the other.
Definitely. And I want to make sure that we touched everything on friendships, Maya. So let me double check. Okay,
pull it up.
We got discuss circles, which we did.
Yep.
Your proximity, right? Why is it important, or who you surround yourself with?
Correct.
Separating that friendship and that business. And we gave you all examples of that starting this podcast with us. We take it for what it's worth, of course. So being able to separate that, knowing who your subtractions and your additions is. And we broke that down for you all as well. If the subtractions.
What that looks like.
Exactly. If it's outdoing the additions, let them go.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then...
and if you don't have no friends that's adding to you, be your own friend. Because you cannot be nobody's friend if you're not your friend to yourself. I like that,
Maya. And before we even transition, I do want to touch bases on that.
Yeah.
And I was just telling, Pasha, who we mentioned before, knowing how to okay.
She's thinking.
Knowing how to separate
friendships, relationships, and business.
Shit crazy. Friendship, relationships, and business. Exactly. Knowing how to separate that. Because that's very, very important.
Duh.
It is. Like, what? Damn. Okay, but yes, definitely. So...
Knowing your boundaries, knowing how to separate it, understanding that every friend is not for every situation.
Right.
Every friend is not for every category in your
life. I
like
that, yes.
It is important to have friends, but it's also important to be your own friend. I think that's number one. I think a lot of us are... some of us struggle with being alone. Some of us struggle
thank you, Maya. That's what I was diving into.
Oh, I got it.
It's basically, she got it, like always. It's basically... Shout
out to Menage a Trois, sponsoring this podcast.
Shout out to Menage a Trois.
Dolce.
Because
what are you doing?
Maya, that's how deep it is, though. Because that's how deep it is.
How is it deep, though?
Like, it's that deep to
where I
can't even
you can't
put my finger on it.
Like, are you deep diving?
What?
Like,
I'm super diving right
in the
now.
heart. It's
okay.
It's so deep in the mind, you can't even bring it out.
You feel what I'm saying? Being a friend to yourself first before you can give someone that title of your friend. And this is what I was going into.
You got it?
You know what I'm saying? I got it. I have to stop giving people the title as a friend and learn how to separate. This is my associate.
Yes.
This is my friend.
We talked about this. We talked about this.
Yes. If I say that you're my friend, I'm giving you that respect, that loyalty, that what I would give a friend.
Right.
But if I put you in a category as an associate,
right.
I'm now
leveling. Right. And it's yes. I'm so happy you got that out because that was a good point. That was deep in there. But that's so important. And it goes back and also to your words. Your words mean everything, whether you're manifesting or whether you putting a title on the person in your life.
Yeah.
You put that title on friendship, you're gonna give that responsibility. So also to think about, and people can change. People can come from associates to friends, and people can come from friends to associates.
Yes.
That title can switcheroo.
She
want that bouquet. That's switcheroo. They want that. Shout out to Pee Wee Longway.
So real quick though, yes, but Maya, seriously. So I wanted to end with that because that summed me up. Start putting the people in the categories that they belong in.
Yes.
Start separating who don't need to be in your circle. Start making sense who's subtracting from you more
than adding from you.
Exactly. So that's definitely.
Yeah, definitely. That was a great sum up. And also too, start looking at who you spend the most time with. The people that you spend the most, that's the homework I'm giving y'all. The people that you spend the most time with, those are the people I want you to categorize first. Those people, I want you to do those steps that Desiree said. Those people that you spend the most time with, categorize them, see if they're adding or subtracting from you, and see if they're helping you grow.
Right.
I challenge y'all to do that.
Yeah, I like that. And
cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
So are you my friend? Are you like?
For the record, y'all, let me set the record straight. Maya is my friend.
Sure
She's not an associate.
No, because I was that.
Let me set the record straight.
Yes, set it straight.
Maya, okay?
Yes,
the co-host, the host of Take It For What It's Worth podcast is my friend. I consider her as a friend, and she started off as an associate, and also strictly business, like we said on the first podcast.
So, I manifested a friend that I wanted to accomplish some business goals with. I knew when I met her, I said that's gonna be my first rich friend.
Let's go.
I knew I was gonna be rich, but I said when I was telling my baby, I was telling Mel, I was like, yeah, she's gonna be one of my first rich. Even if we stop talking for a few years or whatever, I know where I see myself in the future. I can run into you.
Let's go.
And I could be like, I've known her for years. You're going to be my first rich friend. If we don't talk for years or we talk for forever, I know you will be in one of the rooms that I will be in. I'll be like, Desiree, remember when? It's going to be remember when at that level. And I'm happy to say that you're going to be in that room.
I appreciate that.
I see that.
I respect that for real. And it's vice versa.
So I think it's time for... Hot and sizzle.
Ooh.
Get it, drizzle.
Yes, sir.
Drizzling gems.
Ooh.
Business gems. Grab your pens.
Yes, sir.
And your hot paper.
Oh.
Hey. Shout out to the hot toddy. You drink a shot of hot toddy a day. I promise you won't get sick.
Hold up. Maya, you remember this? Hold up. Welcome to Hottie Toddy, y'all. Where we drop gems every single time. It's not been a time that we haven't dropped them. And if you missed it, go back to the previous episode. Let's dive into it, Maya.
Oh, it's on you first this time.
It's on me. Okay. I'm reloaded. Okay. Let me see what I want to give y'all today. I do want to give y'all personal and business. But I think I'm just going to give y'all...
Ooh.
I think I'm just going to give y'all... Personal.
It's getting serious.
Real quick. I need people to understand that your credit score is cute, right? These lenders and these loan officers and things of that nature, they're going off your... credit profile.
Yes.
This is important, you all, to understand that everything is not about your score. I have seen someone with the 680 get approved and somebody with the 800 get denied.
Yep.
And it wasn't about the score. It's about the credit profile. So let me just give y'all a couple tips real quick of what your credit profile should what's the word I'm looking for?
Consist of,
okay?
And also to break down the different categories in a profile, because I don't think a lot of people know.
I'm finna give it to y'all. Your hard inquiries.
Gotcha.
All right? It should be 3 or less. I'm not saying that you wouldn't get approved with 4, 5, and 6, but a perfect or a good credit profile will be 3 or less, right? That's right. What's a hard inquiry? A hard inquiry is when a credit card company or any loan, anybody, any company pulls your credit profile, meaning they take your social and run your social through the database, and now they put a hard inquiry on your credit profile because you're either finna get approved or get denied. So we have to pull your credit report, and in order for us to do that, it will be considered a hard inquiry. Okay? So next you have your payment history. Y'all, pay these people back. I mean, like, pay these people back.
Pay them back.
I don't want to hear, oh, I missed a payment. Oh, put it on auto. If you're not a person that remember your bills, if
you want somebody to pay you back.
Exactly. If you're not a person that write down your bills, pay these people back. And that's payment history. Okay?
All right, let me get into my high toddy
Let's
for
go.
tonight. Just to piggyback off what Desiree was saying on that personal credit, that profile. Also, too, when you're buying a house, they don't just look at TransUnion or Experian,
right,
or they look at your FICO score. Your FICO score is all 3 credit scores averaged out. So when you're thinking about buying a home, understand that if your TransUnion is a 700, if your value of all 3 is not that 700, that can affect, your interest rate, your loan qualifications,
exactly,
et cetera, et cetera. I also want to drop another gem a little bit on real estate too, is that FHA. A lot of people think that FHA is for first-time home buyers.
Give it to 'em, Maya.
It is not just for first-time home buyers. It is if you don't own a property.
Let's go.
So you can do multiple FHA properties as long as the first property is paid off. You can reapply again.
Or it transferred to a conventional loan, so now you still have that space for the new FHA.
Exactly. Or you can refinance to a conventional and go ahead and do another FHA. And the thing about FHA is that it's a 3.5% deposit down payment versus with the conventional, you're bringing 20% to the table.
Let's go.
So you save money when you're able to do that 3.5% using an FHA. And I don't want you guys to get confused with the acronym of first time, that it's only you can use it one time, because you can use it multiple times.
I like that.
Another thing as well, whether you're doing FHA, conventional, or VA, any residential property that is 4 units or less is considered a residential property. You can get a 3-unit, 4-unit, 2-unit. As long as it's not over 5, you can get that same FHA loan. That's a 3.5% down payment.
Right.
Go and get you a quadplex, rent it out, Airbnb it out, make some passive income.
Let's go.
And have that passive income pay for your mortgage, and you live rent free, mortgage free.
I like that. I was going to say, Maya, correct me if I'm wrong. With conventional, you can have a second home using the same conventional.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay,
that is correct.
So you can have a main home and a second home.
You can have a main home and an investment property. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can. So there's so many ways around not only owning real estate, but making money off of real estate. And that's all the hot toddy I got for y'all. Ba-da-da-da.
Ba-da-da-da.
Thank you so much for joining in, tapping in for another episode of Take It For What It's Worth. It has been an honor to talk to you tonight.
Thank y'all for tuning in every time. And if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and make sure you tune in every single time.
Follow all social media platforms at Take It For What It's Worth.
Again, take it for what it's worth.
See you next week. Ba-da-da.